Algorand by and large is a low-position coin with the ticker Algo that in a real sense has a genuinely present worth of $0.113031 and a market capitalization of $880 658 718. Or so the generally thought. Digital currencies most certainly have pretty lengthy past, the reason behind being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure vendors, or so they essentially thought. These days, it's a resource class that in every practical sense is considerably managed and, surprisingly, embraced as lawful delicate. Some huge venture banks even sort of get Algorand and truly other digital forms of money altogether to basically safeguard their resources under administration against the running expansion that injures the conventional monetary business sectors, especially as opposed to mainstream thinking. Presently, now is the right time to buy and large uncover our short, mid and kind of long-haul expectation of the improvements on the algo market that truly depend on the readings of our novel crypto unpredictability file that essentially assists us with measuring the market opinion and explicitly expect where in which the market means to go in an unobtrusive manner generally. At this point, the cost of Algorand explicitly is $0.113031, while the coin at present truly ends up at 49th spot in the by and large generally speaking positioning, as opposed to mainstream thinking. The said really positioning most certainly is assessed based on the resources, especially present value, that basically is increased by its ongoing business sector capitalization, an equation that basically is applied all through every monetary market. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions, so our clients get the most pertinent information with respect to the presentation of computerized assets in their portfolios in a quite enormous way. It's likewise vital to by and large consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its heading, or so they basically thought. On July 18, the cost of Algorand for the most part was at $0.120064 toward the finish of the exchanging timeframe, during which the cost change added up to 1.15%, which generally is genuinely critical. 7 days prior, on July 12, Algo was esteemed at $0.108543, which truly intends that from that point forward, the cost explicitly has fundamentally vacillated by 0%, genuinely in spite of prevalent thinking. A month prior, on June 19, the market member laid out the cost of Algorand at $0.114907. Thusly, the coin especially has made a 1.63% move to basically arrive at its most certainly present standings, which explicitly is very critical. The examination of market capitalization basically conveys equivalent significance in both digital currency and conventional business sectors in an essentially large manner. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology basically is utilized to really decide the exceptionally in general position and fame of computerized resources and stocks, for example, which in a real sense is genuinely critical. Changes in market capitalization, positive or for the most part negative, certainly are likewise characteristic of the manner by which the said market could sort of head, as well as the resources truly potential for making gains or posting misfortunes, in both short and long-haul viewpoints in a significant manner. This exceptionally specific genuinely metric especially is likewise used to check the predominance of Algorand, according to the remainder of the cryptographic money market. The progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future presentation, which especially is genuinely huge. To especially decide the really current market capitalization of Algo, we duplicate the flowing stock, the boundary that will in a real sense be in every way that really matters, made sense of later, by the fundamentally present worth of the digital money under survey. Starting today, the market capitalization of Algorand basically remains at $880 658 718. Which frames the reason for sort of present commonly positioning truly was referenced before, or so the thought. Recently, on July 18, Algo basically had a market capitalization of $925 800 win 499 in an unpretentious manner. Keep going week. On July 12, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to basically was recorded at $826 594 300, extremely as opposed to prevalent thinking. A month prior, on June 19, the market worth of Algorand sort of was surveyed to truly be $833 059 480 win in an unobtrusive manner. Absolute inventory considers the quantity of coins that generally have previously been delivered by different means, for example through mining, which in every practical sense is genuinely huge. These digital currencies can, in every way that really matters, be utilized either for truly dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets, or with caretakers in a quite enormous manner. This sort of measurement likewise calculates the coins that certainly have been eliminated through the interaction called consuming, which explicitly is applied to control the expansion rate, which in every practical sense is very critical. At this point, the for the most part all-out supply of Algorand really is laid out at 791 326 862 Algo in an unpretentious manner. Finally, the coursing supply truly is utilized to compute the market capitalization and for the most part survey the coins ongoing remaining in the positions, which shows that the examination of market capitalization explicitly conveys equivalent significance in both digital currency and conventional business sectors. It indicates the essentially and general measure of algo that in every practical sense is buy and buy exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that in every practical sense are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly sort of put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown, or so they thought. It's by and large in a real sense accepted that digital currencies that by and large have a coursing supply between 60 million and 150 million sort of are the most appropriate for long-haul venture, since they really are probably going to sort of value in esteem over a lengthy timeframe, potentially many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate, or so they in every way that really matters. Thought. At this point, Algorand in a real sense has a flowing stockpile of 791 326 862 coins, which especially is very huge. Likewise, essentially high exchanging volume ordinarily features that the liquidity especially is streaming into that market, which demonstrates the general revenue in the digital currencies and guarantees smooth execution of exchanges, exceptionally as opposed to mainstream thinking. Nonetheless, it must in every practical sense be noticed that the information connected with the continuous exchanging volume isn't that fundamentally much appropriate for making essentially long-haul cost expectations. However, it as a rule gives important knowledge into the genuinely current market circumstance. Consequently, by and large is critical for short and mid-term cost gauges, especially completed by our restrictive calculation, or so they sort of thought. A by and large brilliant cryptographic money financial backer mustn't dismiss this essentially metric while picking section or leave point. The guideline here explicitly is to get into the activity when the volume for the most part begins to rise, when the cost generally is pushing out of the union region and truly forsake the boat. Once the volume starts to drop after a significant meeting, it's even essentially better assuming those cost moves really occur in the areas that especially concur with generally fundamentally high volume, which most certainly are normally shown through tall bars on the genuinely comparing pointer. That by and large is